Calling all units, calling all units. Donut shop has a fresh dozen. Go ahead and take a 1040.
Welcome, my friend.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Stackz.
Yes, sir. How
so
you
wait,
doing?
you gonna drink? I'll talk while you guys drink, and then somebody talk while I drink.
I'm talking while you drink.
I feel I'm drinking water out of it, but I can smell the White Claw and the Celsius.
No,
so I'm thinking I'm drinking White Claw and Celsius, but I'm like, it just tastes like water.
This is not actually Celsius. This is Flow Rider juice.
Oh, Flow juice.
Flow Rider juice. Yes, sir. Flow Rider, Florida man vibes.
He
hit hard.
Yeah, he just came up. But he started with them, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the backstory,
Yeah.
and then they just weren't telling him the numbers.
Yeah, I think it was 2014. They had some kind of like negotiation worked out or something like that, and they must have not held up on their end. And
boom,
83 million later.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good.
That's nuts.
That's good.
If they can take that chunk from them, it just goes to show where they're at.
Oh,
additionally,
yeah.
you know, like
well, we'll see.
Yeah, they're
we'll
just
see how much. Yeah, how much that price of that. It's a $25 bottle of something. Yeah, we'll see how much.
Top shelf.
We'll see. Oh, the consequences are coming. But anyways, Stackz954 is it just Stackz is like the P Diddy now you're Diddy.
Oh yeah. So
where we at?
Super quick backtrack. I used to make music, so I was just Stackz. And then when I made like a personal page, I tried to give up on social media 3 times. So I've had a music page, a fishing page. They all get thousands of followers. I was like, I'm done. I hate this place. I'm making a new page, Stackz954, because Stackz was already taken.
Yeah.
Then I ended up getting the Instagram name Stackz. So I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
My other platforms are still Stackz954 because I haven't gotten the handle
I
yet.
know you're a Stackz954.
Yeah, 954, yeah.
We're actually in 954 right now.
Absolutely. I was so happy when you said you're in Broward. I was like, dude, that's right down
You
the
don't have
street,
to give
15
the exact
minutes away.
address, but what area more or less? Pompano?
Not Hollywood.
Hollywood!
You would say Pompano.
Yeah. Was I off? Pompano, right?
It's very fitting. A lot of people will see me on TikTok Live, and they're like, he's definitely from Broward, and it's giving Pompano.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's got a Pompano vibe to it.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
Hollywood.
Big Hollywood, yeah.
I like Hollywood.
Born in Hollywood.
Actually, I did something with their PD, Hollywood PD.
Yeah.
Not to go into police stuff, but Hollywood.
We can go into police stuff. I think there are great dudes out there in Hollywood police.
Yeah.
Like there's some areas where it just gets very strict, I guess you could say. Sometimes it makes sense due to surroundings and residential area.
Yeah. Well, I know their beach though got redone, and it's beautiful over there.
Margaritaville and
Yeah.
Van Shell
Man,
and
Hollywood
stuff.
Beach is my favorite beach in Florida. I swear to God.
It was always like a little well kept secret because it was like Hollywood got a little old and outdated. They redid it and the word's already out.
Yeah,
Somebody posted it somewhere on the grams or TikTok, and now it's like there's a lot of young people out there.
Well, like South Beach and Fort Lauderdale Beach are, I think, like the most popular. So,
Yeah.
like tourists, I hate both of those beaches.
Yeah, I don't
with
like
a
going
passion.
there.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be near either of those places.
No. But Hollywood came up, and it's it's I don't want to say.
Well, now the word's going to be out.
Well,
so
put
screw
it this
Now
way:
it's gonna be-
the bathing suits look like this little microphone wire right there. All right, and I'm not talking about the girls. No, I'm just kidding. But
You can catch Lucas walking down.
oh, we got your friend here, Lucas, here
Yeah.
in the back, and he's blowing up on TikTok. You said.
He is Illinois man converted to Florida man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
working on his sunburn.
Yeah. yeah. We need to get him a couple shades on that pigment there.
So
He's okay if the water's kind of cold. Going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
No wetsuit. So go ahead. What were you gonna say?
He's been dying for us to go to the mall in wetsuits. He has like 2 of them. And
Really?
He's like, dude, please can we wear these and go make content?
No. Okay, I was gonna say, is this what you guys wear down here in Florida?
He
These
literally is
wetsuits?
dying
no,
to
dude,
do it,
that's
yeah.
just for the water, man. It's
Yeah.
just for the water.
He wants to just wear it out in public for nothing.
Oh, so but he's got a video that's out. It's pretty popular, right? So, but
Yeah, what'd you break? Like 300K on it so far? Yeah,
he's at,
330.
he's
said
at 330, but he's only got 3 posts.
That's his third post, yeah.
Very promising, but however, we only take 9 and above. You have to at least have 9 to sit here. So you're gonna come back. Well, I don't know. We could have shoot ourselves in the foot. That could be the next Mr. Beast of TikTok right now.
Could you imagine?
Right? He's like, remember me?
He's
in his sweatsuit. Remember
I
me?
have 500 million followers now, dude. Yeah.
Forget your podcast.
He just walks around like Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just come and do it out of spite and not just talk to us. Just sit there in his wetsuit, just drinking his little drink.
Yeah. You're lucky I'm here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're gonna have him back, but just if you hear some laughter in the background, we wanted to address that he's chilling back
Yes,
there.
we do have Luke Lake Walker in
Yeah,
the building.
there it is.
Sitting behind the cameras.
So you said 9. He's the 300,000 views, but you have a recent video that went pretty Pretty big time, huh?
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
What? So to get a little backstory on you, look, I don't know if you noticed.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Look at the hat, bro.
I see the hat and everything.
I'm ready for them skeeters.
Honestly, I feel like I'm out of character right now.
That's what we said. He's probably going to come in some like just regular
I
clothes.
saw that when I was on the way. I'm like,
yeah, this
shit,
is Walmart,
he's out
player.
there.
You know this is real Florida stuff when you're rocking a Walmart Florida shirt.
This is Walmart player.
Yeah, $7.99, dude.
That is great.
Yeah,
That's
but
great.
it feels good.
Well, now the resale value after this episode is going
Boom.
to be $790.
You can't find them on Walmart shelves now after this.
Exactly.
So, what were we talking about? Oh, so you're a Florida man. You know, what we mean by Florida man, I'm sure other people see it online. There's news articles. Florida man does this, some crazy stuff, and there's like an alligator or some weird reptiles or some
Or somebody in a trailer park
Or
doing
missing
something
teeth and
stupid.
drugs.
yeah.
One
I
or the
didn't want to.
Yeah.
You got all your teeth, you know.
Yeah.
But how old are you?
29.
Oh, that's still time.
Dude, I turned old in 6 weeks.
Oh well,
Excuse us.
we're a decade. We're already a decade.
We were born in the 80s.
I'll be with you guys in 6 weeks. I'll get old
Exactly,
with you guys,
exactly.
don't worry.
Don't worry, it's good though. But hey, man, till the wheels fall off. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So you are out there with the wildlife, and you know what we're talking about before the show, that we do police stuff, but we also like to talk to interesting human beings, right? And imagine you're in a donut shop. There's two cops sitting there, and you just you walk by, you got an iguana on your neck, and we're like, hey, what's up, man? What's up with that iguana? And you're just like, nah, it's just out here. It's cold, so I'm bringing it into the. You know what I mean? So that's why we're here. We brought you in and thought it'd be a cool conversation to our listeners out there, so they can know what's up.
Well, if you guys were like local PD, I might talk to you. If you guys were FWC, we might not have the same conversation.
Well, that's something we want to get into too.
I know that was coming. I knew that was
Matter of
coming.
fact, Lucas is our lawyer. He's my lawyer here. He's my attorney. He's like,
Yeah.
We got
Shut up,
open
Stackz.
cases.
Stop talking. Yeah.
We got open cases.
Yeah.
So, well. With that being said, we wanted to have that conversation. So,
You've got the big. You want to talk about that big video or just in general?
yeah. Well, we wanted to give the backstory, and then we're going to talk about the big video. How many views total would you say out there on social media that garnished?
Total on like all platforms.
Did you create the content?
Yeah.
So then you got to count those views, player.
Yeah. No, I just.
That's the way. I
There's
mean,
a
you're
lot
not
of
going to
places
get.
I didn't even factor. Like on TikTok alone, it's 6.8 million right now.
Yeah.
Just on that video.
Yeah, just on TikTok.
Yeah, he's talking combined.
No. I'm talking about that one video.
Yeah,
Okay.
that video with
Yeah.
all the iguanas.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, on TikTok did like 6.8 million. On Instagram, it's got a few 100,000
Yeah.
that I know of.
Yeah.
Sometimes pages will take your shit, post
Yeah.
it, and not even mention you or let you
Oh,
know.
Yeah.
repost.
They'll get
like
millions
on
too.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say like throughout the internet, definitely over about 10 million.
And then some major news networks reached out.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was crazy. I had a guy DM me. He had like 30 followers.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm a rep for so-and-so in UK, and we work with the news station and the
Yeah.
articles. I'm like, it can't hurt to just say yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sending him any personal information or
Yeah,
private.
yeah.
He's like, can we use it? You might be on news stations. You could be on this and that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, just sign this to you saying it. Read over the form. It was nothing threatening. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. Do it. 2 days later, this girl DMs me. She's like, I just saw you on like a news website online. I was like, for what?
Yeah.
She's like, here's a link. I saw it. And I was like, it happened. I typed my name on Google. Floods of articles, all these pictures, news stations. Then it hits the New York Post. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's going on right now?
Did you get any interviews or any?
I had a couple people reach out. I wanted to do this podcast because me and you had somewhat of a rapport.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
You were a real person.
Yeah.
I'm very like skeptical about people, and I get sketched out by people. So
All right, move in. He's here. We got him. Move in. We got him.
Well, that's
This
how,
is just fake. It's not even
We got- okay,
recording.
kick the door. We got him right now. He admitted it.
His guard is completely down.
Yeah.
We got him.
there's especially overseas in Europe and stuff like that, there are centralized like distribution groups that,
Yeah.
because I know for stories that we've had with my department and stuff, because I'm one of the spokespeople for my department, that they'll reach out and it's like, what are you? And it's like, no, it's not the Guardian or other like UK style newspapers. They then distribute to all of them, and then all of a sudden you just start seeing boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yep.
and it goes and it filters out to all of them. So instead of one per, each one of them reaching out overseas, it's
Exactly.
one group.
Yep. Which
So,
I loved that. That was so
Yeah.
simple. That's
Yeah.
instead
Did
of me
you
having.
make it to Australia? No.
No, man.
They're like,
which
nah.
is ridiculous.
Well, they're
No,
like,
mate.
oh, is it a little shit, mate? Oh, yeah. Hey, a little lizard,
yeah,
mate.
yeah. To them, he's like,
No, that's not a
not
knife.
that crazy at
This
all.
is a knife.
Yeah,
And you got a
exactly.
big
yeah.
crocodile.
Yeah, exactly. I have a little 5-foot gator. They're like,
Yeah.
check out this 20-foot
Yeah,
crocodile.
and they're in the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. No, but that's cool that happened. And so this is one of the reasons why we have a listenership that goes out. It's not local. So if you're not from Florida, pretty much when you leave, I don't know, central, maybe north, no, because Georgia, Mississippi, there's some areas kind of like all the same wildlife. Down here, every 5, 6 years, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, there's a new species running around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Something weird.
It's nuts because we're subtropical. And as a kid growing up, me and my brother, we would do some of the stuff that you do. Like we're out there fishing, catching fish, and as you're fishing these canals and lakes, you start like, hey man, what is that?
Yep.
Hey, what is this? I remember when the tilapia, the little striped tiger fish baby, the tilapias would show up. I'm like, wow, look at this tropical weird fish. And then they take over the lakes and they're making little nests in
Now
there.
they're by the billions.
Yeah. So, and then the peacock come, and then now there's
Dude, the snakeheads made a huge
snakeheads.
bust like 6 years ago. Now every single body of water up to Orlando almost.
And that's something I wanted to talk about too, about all these invasive species. So in this podcast, if you're listening for cop stuff, with the exception of the warrants that are out for his arrest from FWC, we by the way, we're just joking about that. We haven't ran him.
yeah.
So, and we're not going to. So anyways, but what I mean by that is that we want to talk about this stuff in the podcast. I find it interesting. Justin lives here. We see it. We're living with it. Some people will be like, wow, it is wild down there in Florida.
Absolutely.
To us, everyday encounters.
That's what we say. Yeah, iguanas are like squirrels for us.
Yeah,
Other
right.
people are like,
Yeah.
you're holding Godzilla, but 9 of them.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's not that crazy.
Dragons.
Yeah, they freak out.
They look intimidating, but they're herbivores. They eat.
Well, no, they can't. They will bite your finger clean off your hand.
Oh.
And I know of about 4 people it's happened to.
Really?
Their finger is gone.
He's waving over there. He's like,
Yeah.
I just got here. I didn't understand.
Yeah, no, he came in hot. He was already like a country boy from Illinois and Texas.
Okay.
So like he just clicked right in. He did good. He's like, dude, I let a turtle bite my nose once. I don't know if y'all know turtles got a bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Snapping turtle or just one of them?
Nah, regular little yellow belly.
Red-eared? Okay.
Yeah, little yellow belly. But
One of them
that-
cooters? You let a cooter bite your nose.
that'll still like
Yeah.
tear you up pretty good. So then we just got him into it. He just jumped right in. He was good with all of it.
Anything with the nose will, like, you ever just get hit in the nose by your phone dropping? It's like, and your eyes water
Eyes
up.
immediately start watering.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nerves in that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So we talked about, I don't know if we were on the air at that time. No, we weren't. But a snake biting you, and then you talked about a cooter biting his nose. A cooter is a form of, no, it's a yellow turtle. Well, anyways, Florida cooter. But anyways, biting the nose. So I'm getting little Jackass vibes, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
Are we the 2.0 version?
Dude,
are we the new school?
Like,
new
I
age?
swear to God, I have no problem owning up to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, some people, I don't know, some people are too, like, egotistical or prideful or
Yeah.
so whatever you may call it. I've been a big fan of them since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Huge fan. So when they first released, like, their first movie ever, me and my friends, like jackasses, got a pogo stick and tried to jump across a picket fence on each one. But then there was, like, a fence next to it with spikes.
Yeah.
Definitely slipped, and I landed right on the spikes.
Oh, my God.
No hospital visit, injuries for sure. I loved it. Thought it was
Really?
hilarious.
So you got a little, you get, what is it? Feels good when you get hurt?
Sometimes.
Really?
And some pain I hate. Like I got a tattoo 2 weeks ago.
No
I was
good.
crying like a little girl.
Was on the nerves, on the nerve endings over
Dude, the back sucks.
there? Yeah.
My back hurt worse than my throat.
Where'd you get, angel wings or butterfly wings?
No, my daughter's face.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Angel
you're a
wings.
father.
Yeah, I'm a father. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Somewhat new still. She's about a year and a half old.
Oh, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you,
yeah,
brother.
man.
Yeah.
You have your ribs done?
Yeah.
sensitive
Right
area.
here,
It's
a little
sensitive.
bit here. This stomach and back was the worst. It was like terrible.
Wow.
Like really bad.
You got your. I see you on the neck. You're all the way
I'll
tatted.
pretty much be behind the ear all the way down to my ankles.
You're leaving the face alone.
Nah, I'm not gonna touch her face.
You're not gonna touch the face.
yeah.
No, put a sticker on a Ferrari.
Yeah, nah.
Oh,
Literally, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But yes, the Jackass. I would love to kind of. They don't have another movie in them.
no, yeah. No.
If they do, they're literally.
Yeah.
They're literally gonna die.
Didn't they recruit a kid?
Yes.
Some heavy set kid.
The big
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yes,
That he
him.
went on the.
They also picked up Jasper, which
Okay.
is one of Tyler the Creator's boys.
Okay.
They got a couple young dudes in there. not to take anything from them.
Yeah.
Me behind the scenes, again, people only get on social media what I give them. Behind the scenes, and you can ask him, this thing is 24/7. I write scripts, I film, I direct, I edit, I act. I could create an entire movie by myself. Of course, I want a team with me. It's a lot more fun to do it with your boys.
Of course.
But I could take that shit top to bottom. If I spoke with Johnny Knoxville for 30 minutes, I would be the new Jackass.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
But here's the thing now. You work, can we say where you work too? Are you still working there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I did work at the Miami Improv.
Okay, you used to work at the Miami Improv.
Yeah.
Steve-O comes around. Did you talk to him at all?
Man, he's changed up, man. I'm disappointed in Steve-O.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The first, two times I met him, he was super cool.
Yeah.
And then, the second 2 times I met him, literally Hollywood. Hated it.
Really?
Wow.
I hate it.
Wow.
I don't really care to meet him again.
Wow. Isn't that? I
And
see
it
the
sucks.
pain in his eye.
Yeah,
You see the pain in
you know
his eyes,
why?
bro?
Because Steve-O, even though Knoxville's the brains, Steve-O's the face.
Yeah, Steve-O.
That's the craziest person on this planet.
Yeah.
He's just willing to take the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So growing up, I was like, he is such a badass dude. I idolize him.
Yeah.
And you know what they say? Be careful meeting your idols or your heroes, because then you might. Now that happened, I'm like, the guy acts like a prick.
I not my idol. Just put it out there first before I said Michelle Rodriguez from Fast and Furious. She does not. I met her. I was on a TV show for the Discovery Channel. I could say it now because the NDA 2 years or whatever. I was on a Discovery Channel TV show. I met her. It was a car show. Okay, she doesn't know how to drive stick.
Disappointing.
I was so disappointed. It was insane.
Yeah, and she was super Hollywood, and then it was like, so she has a hot mic. She had a hot mic on, so you can hear what she's saying. So she would meet you, and then just talk trash about us.
Yeah, I hate that Hollywood. For example, like Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
We're pretty tight.
you and him.
Yeah. He just so you know how early he said 954.
Yeah.
He's to him, I'm just 954. He doesn't even say Stackz.
Okay.
I'm not to him. I'm the entire Broward County.
Okay.
Most humble dude you ever met in your life.
Yeah.
He seems like it.
Ever. And you're talking about true A-list celebrity.
Yeah.
For real. Man, you would not even know. You would catch him at Walmart. He's almost like Adam Sandler. Like Adam Sandler dresses like a bum.
Yeah.
But he's got more money than everybody you know combined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like when people are down to earth like that. So I always.
You did a podcast with the Wayans brothers.
We have Marlon Wayans on our podcast.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
How is he?
He's great.
Yeah, because he did my podcast.
Yeah. No. So when I was fanning out over him low key, because that's
Yeah.
just another. I'm growing up watching him.
Yeah.
He kept underplaying who he is, and I hated that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, shut up.
Yeah.
You are a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I just did a couple shit movies. I'm not that serious. I'm like, you stop that right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to act Hollywood with me, but you better accept that I'm a fan of yours right now, and I'm grateful to be in your presence and work with you.
That's nice. That's nice. I see where he's coming from. I'm not big at any means, but people that have seen my stuff from back in the day, I watch it, I'm like, hey man, thank you, appreciate it, and then I'm kind of downplay it. I actually like being the host more than being the show. So I see where he's coming from, but he did seem a little bit on that because I watched a little bit because I'm friends with Justin.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I known those guys for 12, 13 years. And I watched a little bit and I saw the way he was acting. It seemed like he was doing that a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Which realistically, I only even know him and work with him because of Justin. Shout out to Jay Bird.
Yeah, that's
him
my boy.
and Marlon are like this.
Yeah, Justin's good people.
nice.
Yeah.
Justin and Melissa.
Absolutely.
The
Justin and
best.
Melissa are great people.
I used to work and do an off-duty detail real quick. So we're talking about the improv because you were working. I didn't know you left. Must have been recently, huh?
Yeah.
I don't want to open up
maybe
any wounds.
6 months ago, 7 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I used to work the front door. They have a police officer there. Not at that one. They had one in the Grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they used to have a cop there, and I used to work there. And then they found out I did stand up. And then they're like, "You're gonna do an open mic." I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." And then they coerced me into doing it. I'm not gonna say how, but I did it. And then from there, I just started doing shows there. So they're cool people. So I did an actual police show at the Improv, and then the following year did it at Magic City Casino. But that's how I know them. But sitting in the back of those comedy shows, and this is what I'm getting at, is that you've seen a lot of comedians. How long did you work there for?
10 years.
You worked there 10 years. So you saw pretty much every comedian.
I have almost all of their phone numbers.
Yeah, and but you're hearing their sets because it's the same, more or less. Sometimes they switch it up, show to show, trying new material. But you get to see them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who's your favorite? I mean, without putting the other ones down.
No, my favorite's actually an unknown guy, and it could just be to my taste, but he's like not even known like that. His name is William Montgomery. You wouldn't even know who he is.
Don't know.
Yeah, he's I met him on the road with, who was it? Duncan Russell.
Duncan Trussell.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, he was
And then,
a feature?
Yeah, William Montgomery opened up for him.
Oh.
And then who was the other one? Damn.
You want me to tell you mine, what you think about him?
Yeah.
Godfrey,
Okay.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Sinbad,
Sinbad's great.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He had a stroke recently. And who did I say? I took my wife.
Tony
to see-
Hinchcliffe.
There it is. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, see how I got
Yeah.
You're like, Godfrey, he's good. What am I thinking
Tony
about?
Hinchcliffe. Yeah. Well, William Montgomery, he's just a nutcase.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, we're talking like real credible and known. Andrew Schultz. Love
Andrew Schultz, you
He's
like
great.
Schultz?
He's great.
All
I've
right.
seen him go for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Nothing planned, just running on and it's amazing.
Yeah, I like when the comics get personal and they talk about Miami. You know, I'd say because they tour there and it's like part of their tour, so they'll have those jokes.
But a lot of them are corny. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Because like again,
some don't know. Some make different.
some do
like
the same
Mexican
stuff.
references,
They do
and it's
that.
Cuban.
Or the same drug. Or like women in bathing suits and shit. And it's like, we get it.
Yeah,
Give us something that shows us you've taken one step into Miami aside from the shit you'll see on an article.
Yeah.
but you've worked there, so you're just like, this guy again with the Miami stuff.
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
it's
that
just
person that
like-
just comes and listens to it the first time. You think it resonates with them a little bit?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean,
that's
'cause
what I wanted to hear.
that
Bathing
you
suits
do
and
see
drugs.
that. Yeah, you do see that. That's why I feel like my opinion's a little like rough.
Yeah.
Because I judge based on literally working at the Improv. I have seen everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody except I don't think Cat Williams ever came, but I've done Kevin Hart shows, Mike Epps, Fluffy.
Mike Epps fun.
Yeah, like literally just all the biggest people you can think of.
Yeah.
Met them all, worked all their shows, worked with half of them. Like, so I come from that standpoint where I dissect it down to the actual art of comedy.
Yeah.
Rather than the cliche Miami jokes.
So I know we talked about Steve-O and then we went down this little rabbit hole here about you, but it just paints a picture about. That's what I'm saying. I want to know who you are. So you're into the entertainment. You worked around the entertainment. You were at the Improv. That's the number. That's where a lot of people start. They start in there working and then they get on stage. You were on stage. Did a couple shows.
I did 3 shows there.
So there you go. You start working, then you get on stage, and then from there you branch out. So like I did comedy, but then I was like, I like video stuff too. And then it all meshes together eventually.
yeah.
So you're gonna niche down or get into what you're about, the Florida guy, but that comic will be there and the entertainer will be there mixed in with the informative about the stuff. The favorite stuff I see is when you are teaching about which we mentioned, that catfish or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that stuff is like, wow, that is entertaining, man.
Yeah.
And you're just doing it, and it's just exuding from you. Like this is this guy's stuff. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing. I used to fish that. He does that. Oh, I didn't even see that catfish. So
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Yeah,
so
for
that's-
sure.
So anyways, it's good. But anyways, we gotta take a break.
Sure. Yeah. Take a break.
Take a break. When we come back, we're gonna get into it.
Hell yeah. Let's dive in.
Stackz954.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, wanted to talk to you about Battle Warrior Coffee. I know the owners personally. They're fellow law enforcement officers. I told them that I would shout them out. I've had their coffee. It is delicious. So it's a veteran-owned, law enforcement-operated company originated out of Miami, Florida. It's started by 3 Army veterans turned police officers who say coffee got them through many difficult times through their career and still does today. Their goal is to get every warrior to overcome their personal battles, 1 cup of coffee at a time. Visit their website at battlewarriorcoffee.com or follow them on IG at battlewarriorcoffee. Again, at battlewarriorcoffee. Use the code DONUT and get 15% off your first order, or you can visit them at fedsapparel.com. They're under veteran-owned companies and Leo-owned companies. There's also a discount code there for 15% off by using Donut. Donut gets you 15% off. Just put Donut everywhere you go and you get 15% off of this coffee. All right, let's get back to the show. Are we back?
We're back.
And we're back.
Alrighty.
All right. So on break, you mentioned about the FWC because I'm pretty sure people are like, "What? All right, enough of the comedy stuff. What happened with FWC?" So
Yeah.
FWC is Florida Fish
Wildlife,
and Wildlife Gaming Commission. I
Yeah.
don't know, but we call them FWC. I'm sure it's some other acronym. But anyways,
Yeah, that's what it is.
so your videos involve you out there interacting with either iguanas, snakes, gators, water moccasin that you got scared of the other day in the kayak.
That shit, I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
nervous.
So
Because those things are quick in the water.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If I'm on land, I don't care at all. In the water, I'm in its domain. Yeah, nah.
and it goes into the boat.
Oh my
And
God.
how high its head up was already out of the water.
It was literally propped up on the top, just staring at me. I'm like, oh my
It's
God.
got
I'm
no
in a
problem
kayak.
coming into this kayak.
The kayak standing this tall. I'm like, he's in here and I'm done.
He was sitting like on a bed. I don't know if the video. You guys could check it out. There's a water moccasin, I assume. Isn't there like a thing where like if it's poison, if it's venomous, it can swim underwater?
No, they'll float when they're venomous.
Yeah. So like he was just, like on a bed of grass. It looked like he's just in there coiled up.
Not
like,
a
how's
bed of
this-
grass.
Yeah.
The middle of the canal.
I know it looked like, but it
would
looked
look
as
like
he was on a bed.
you
his
would
head
think.
was up. He's like, hey man, what you doing around here?
Yeah, he was just in the middle of floating water. Like you got 10 seconds to leave before you
I'm
feel
about
venom.
to get into your bone and make you
yeah.
feel these teeth,
oh
baby.
my God, I literally had goosebumps. I'm getting them right now. That was crazy.
Yeah, the water moccasins. I don't know if the poison will kill you though.
It's not a deadly thing.
It just will.
I think it could get to that
If you don't-
you're
it's
the
not
idiot
un-
that
yeah.
gets bit and just goes home and goes to sleep that night.
Right. Yeah.
I think you'll die.
Yeah.
But you got a while to get to the hospital. It's a flesh-eating venom is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So we met a lady at a bar. We're sitting next to her. She's got a little like snake tattooed on her finger. We're like, oh yeah, we do this and this, trying to like show off our content.
Yeah.
She say, oh yeah. She stands up. Her whole leg is gone.
Oh my God.
She got bit by a moccasin in her backyard because it was breeding.
Oh my God.
So-
Bit her leg. They had to amputate her entire leg up to her hip.
Google says water moccasins are deadly as their bite delivers potent venom and can kill humans. However, most bites rarely lead to death when attended immediately. According to the University of Florida Cottonmouths, account for only 1% of all deadly snake bites in the United States.
Yeah, so they're not.
Yeah,
They're
don't be deep in the Everglades, hours away.
Man, we do
you
that
know.
sometimes too.
Yeah.
We'll be like 3 hours off any grid. There's no such thing as a cell phone out there.
No GPS. I've been out there. It's like zero.
At all. You
zero-
can't. Yeah. You just got to know how to get back. And
That's crazy.
yeah.
So, well, I would say, I guess a tourniquet. You put that tourniquet, strap it on, and,
Yeah,
say
right.
goodbye to that. Say goodbye to that part that's on the bottom.
You bring your boy, you
Oh.
do a little X with a knife, suck it out,
Suck
bro.
the venom.
Suck it out.
He's like, I got this, brother.
You wash it down with a little bourbon. and
Yeah,
you're fine. You're fine.
and then you owe them. All right. Well, I guess so. But yeah, so water moccasins they're scary, and for some reason, they get a little aggressive.
Yeah.
I lost a fishing pole to a moccasin. I was fishing on a dock, and I was reeling it up, and it started coiling up my line onto the dock. Got on. I was like, ah! I
Yeah.
dropped the pole, went down. I
Take
don't know,
it.
man.
Take
Coming
it.
from a guy who deals with reptiles and animals and gators and snakes and pythons. When I say water moccasins, it's like
Yeah. Shit. Ugh.
I don't know
So
what it
when
is
we're,
about
when we're
them.
walking through the glades and it's like blows people's minds, I'm not worried about anything except moccasins and spiders.
What about rattlers?
Those are more on the west
Yeah,
coast.
not
So
in
there
the
are some
Dry,
in Florida.
dry brush.
Yeah,
right?
we don't really have I haven't seen one over here on the East Coast. We're all swamp and muck. Over there, out deep in like their like woods, I know a few dudes that come across rattlesnakes quite often.
Yeah.
What about
Because spiders, you get brown recluse, and then those like we call them
You don't like
banana
spiders?
Fuck no. Sorry.
Well, no, because
Yeah.
you'd be walking around like he was mentioning like fences and stuff like that. So like down in Kendall and stuff, at my cousin's house, we're like hopping fences, and then whoop, face right into
Banana,
a
like a banana.
spider.
Yeah.
This freaking
God.
big.
Yeah.
Dude, they
This
get
big.
humongous.
Yeah. So your entire face is grabbed by this spider, and they're horror spiders, anyways, by look.
Okay.
Except for the
Yes.
fact they're beautiful because they've got some
All right.
amazing colors.
Yeah.
But
gonna call-
they're also poisonous.
I'm gonna call BS. This guy put a giant cockroach-looking creature crustacean on his face the other day, and he's over here shivering at a little spider.
That's why people
Pull
are
up
like,
the cockroaches.
"You're a damn
Look at
liar."
that thing.
This thing?
The
Look at
isopod,
that.
yeah.
What is that?
It's an isopod. They have
It looks
another
like a
name
giant
for it,
tick.
It looks like the tail of a spiny lobster.
but- So that's basically like a tick of like for like a shark. They kill sharks apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! It is. That's what I'm saying. It looks like a giant tick.
Yeah.
And is that dead? Obviously.
No? Yes.
He's shaking his head. No.
But it had the slightest bit of nerve still. So like
Oh,
off
okay.
camera, we only recorded a couple 20-second skits, but we had it for a few hours, and its legs would like randomly like move and start getting a little crawly sometimes.
Where'd you guys get that? It was like just fishing. And
So
net?
where we're at there is actually at Great Taxidermy.
Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. In one
So
of
when
those
you said
articles,
Pompano earlier, yeah, we're in Pompano.
So okay, but you have. So I read one of the articles with the iguanas, and to go back to that, you had like to describe the video, if we're not going to show you, you're listening in audio land. You had what, 6 iguanas, 5-6 iguanas, big ones, like
About-
4-3 foot.
Yeah, maybe about like 7 iguanas, I think, because I had the one on my shoulder that
Yeah,
was the biggest.
you're wearing it like a scarf.
Yeah, and then I had about 6 in my hand. I think
There
I
you
had
go.
3 in each
1, 2,
hand.
3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 6-7 iguanas. But so if
Yeah, there's one more under that big one in the front. He's kind of under there, just freezing out. So yeah, I had 7.
so if you don't know what happens down in Florida, anytime it gets below what, like 60.
No, I would say below 50 is when that starts happening.
Okay, so below 50, because iguanas are cold blooded, they just start dropping
Because they
out
live,
of the
they
trees.
sleep at night
swear
up in
to
trees.
God, I went there to catch a bass. It's Christmas. That's Christmas night. Mm-hmm. I just got my GoPro, my new one. So I'm like, I'm gonna go catch one fish on my GoPro.
Yeah.
I'm walking. I see one iguana just in the grass, just like this. I'm
Or
like,
upside down.
oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
So I go pick him up. The rest of the grass is clear. Walking down, trying to fish a little more. I come back. There's like 2 more in the grass. As I pick those up, then, doom, doom. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's literally raining iguanas.
Yes.
I'm like, I gotta pick this up. I just gotta show the people who's always asking, do they really fall from trees and this and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really Look how blurry and terrible that video
Yeah,
is.
that's the GoPros suck in
Yeah,
low
is
light.
it-
No,
Yeah, low light.
That's my cell phone.
Oh,
Because it was nighttime.
Oh,
it looks
so-
a little brighter because the
Yeah.
iPhones now these
Yeah,
days they
yeah,
kind
they
of
adjust.
auto light
Yeah.
it. That's a terrible video.
Yeah, content, bro.
Exactly, and that's part of being a content creator. You can never guarantee what's gonna go viral, what's not. Just shut up and keep recording.
Yeah.
Because the ones you don't, I did not. I swear on everything I love, and I told him this all the time. When I recorded that, I'm like, cool. I might get a little 300 likes just to put up another post.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning and it was at millions. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I worked so hard. That's unplanned, unscripted.
Yeah.
Not $1 went into it.
Yeah.
We'll have other days. We spent $700 on a boat charter. We're all hyped. We got this all planned out, all mapped out. We catch one 30-inch kingfish and
Yeah.
get no views and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on?
Did you make any money off this post?
Yeah. Off like
You said $700 for the charter, so I'm assuming you made some money off of this one. I mean, you said $700 to pay for a charter, cost you money. This one cost you nothing. Did you make any money off of it?
yeah, I made about $1,500 on just from the TikTok video.
Hey, oh, so you're getting paid on TikTok?
I get paid on TikTok like 4 ways.
What was that? Four ways.
4 different ways.
4 ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one for views.
View count.
You guys have subscribers like OnlyFans?
No, not yet. Kind of. So our TikTok Live is our version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do very well on TikTok.
All right. So people are gonna go check you out on TikTok, and then what are the other 2 ways? Sponsors.
Sponsor videos. Like
Okay.
if they like contact you and say, hey,
How
promote
many
our brand
followers
or-
you have in?
About 200, almost 290K.
Okay, that's good.
I'm coming up on 300.
Hey man, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it, dude. My boy just hit 1,000 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4th way is actually creator marketplace pay, where just like YouTube, companies can put ads in your channel.
Okay.
So if somebody comes across your channel, they start binge watching, and they scroll up after like 3 or 4 videos, boom, there'll be an ad.
Yeah.
That takes no additional effort from you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I made like 500 last month just off of ads on my videos.
So that
Which
that's
is
what.
no-
So are you able to? Because you don't work. Oh, okay. The whole reason why I was talking about the iguana stuff. One of the articles said taxidermists
Yeah.
had sympathy for these iguanas.
I'm so mad that happened.
Are you a taxidermist?
I'm a sales rep at a taxidermy. Yeah.
Okay.
So the other guys were like, "What is this?"
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And like,
sorry. That's
yeah.
sorry.
And then like, it was just, it was such a weird title. Taxidermist.
Yeah.
But he's picking up iguana. It was such a weird,
Yeah.
but that also screams Florida man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those articles you look up, you're like, that's only going to be attached to a Floridian man. That's it.
So you have never done any taxidermy? Is what, stuffing the animals,
Yeah,
fish?
and we do fiberglass replicas.
Yeah.
It's not even real stuffed taxidermy.
So have you ever done one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You should. You
I'm just on the phone all
You ever
day in
seen
that
the fox
office.
that sits in the chair and it's like has a weird little? Put the fox bad taxidermy. Just search bad taxidermy.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
see the picture.
Nah.
I think you'll be around this Have you seen it? You've seen it, right?
Yeah. We've had people call and ask if we can stuff their dog and cat that passed away.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're the biggest marine taxidermy in the world. We don't touch anything with fur.
Okay, so
we
you're
only
doing
do marine.
fish, trophy fish.
Right. So the one that's off of 95 that you drive by and you see the big building in Pompano.
Yes.
The
The
one
one's
sitting
hilarious. Why
the
you
one
said
sitting
Pompano
on
earlier.
There you go. I think you.
Oh my
Is that
God.
your speed there? Is that your speed? Is that bro? You probably make a lot of money doing that,
Dude, what the hell? That is terrible. Are these all why?
Those are real taxidermists.
Why are these all so bad?
It's because there's probably you got to start somewhere. You don't just start out good.
It's like doctors. It's a practice.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude.
No,
I think
no.
I mean,
This
look.
is AI.
I mean,
Yeah.
look. I think there's a market for that. That's like art.
There's a market for everything.
Apparently,
There's a
Like
market for everything.
Look, people actually drew.
Yes,
bad.
you see?
You
Yeah.
you did art
That
of.
looks like
the
out of
bad-
something out of like Beetlejuice, the sculptures in Beetlejuice.
For sure, or
Right?
Gremlins.
Yeah, that's it, man. Well, anyways, so you work at a taxidermy. What is it? Agency? What is it called? Taxidermy clinic? Taxidermy
place,
building?
Yeah,
A building where they do
'cause-
taxidermy.
business.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you how does it go by size? What's the like pricing on that?
Yeah, by size, price per inch.
Have you ever had anything done?
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 7 years ago, I mounted my first sailfish through them.
Oh, yeah?
I work for them.
Oh, nice.
cool.
Yeah.
How big was the sailfish?
It's nothing to brag about.
Okay.
It was just my first.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
exciting to have it.
It's right here in my pocket.
It's a baby.
It's the baby one.
It was a 63 incher, which is pathetic. Like
oh.
I take orders for 90 inchers all the time.
Oh
so
my God.
huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But it was my first. I feel like when you get your first of any billfish, you got to mount it because those are majestic.
that just adds to the character, bro. You
Yeah.
work at a taxidermy place. I mean, this is good. This is good.
Yeah,
And when
for
I
sure.
saw that, I was like, taxidermist, really?
I had so many comments like, wait a second, forget the iguanas. You're a taxidermist?
Yeah.
I'm like, not even. I'm a sales rep. But I told these people in the UK, I'm a sales rep at a taxidermy. They ran with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They put that the way, and what really pissed me off about this, I'm grateful for the exposure, but they put government name in all the articles. Not once was my social media name mentioned.
Oh,
I could have got verified off of that.
dang. You need a publication to do that.
You need multiple articles stating the identity you're trying to be verified as.
Yeah.
So when it all says my government name,
Yeah.
but then you go to my social media, you don't see my government name anywhere. You just see Stackz or Stackz954 everywhere. They're like, we can't verify you. It just doesn't match up.
I've had accounts that tried to imitate me and tell my followers, hey, I can help you out with your tax stuff. Just send me your stuff. Long story short, they're trying to get their social. And I sent all kinds of requests to Instagram to get verified. And nope, they won't
Dude,
verify
it's
me.
so hard.
They won't verify me. And they won't verify police departments, too. I think it's just, if anything, on that side, if you're police, they don't like it. They don't like you. They don't want you verified. I know other police officers that have bigger followings and they're not verified.
Yeah,
And they're like, I don't know. They just don't like me. I don't know what's going on there.
It just doesn't make sense.
I have articles. I have things written. And
Yeah.
I think maybe there's a movie called Nick Off Duty. It's it came out before I didn't do research on the name. I'm just Nick and I'm off duty, so I put it together.
Yeah.
But there's a movie somewhere in Europe that was made years ago, and it's Nick Off Duty. I have a bigger. If you Google Nick Off Duty, I'll come up before that, but you'll see it. So I don't know if maybe they have something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't have any blue checks. Long story short, too late for that.
I just got verified on Twitter. That
Hey,
works.
but you have
So-
200 and change now, right? 250, whatever.
on Twitter?
Yeah.
I have 15
on
followers.
Twitter.
15
You paid
followers.
for it. I thought you said TikTok.
Yeah,
No,
blue
15,
check.
15
Blue check.
followers on TikTok.
Oh, you got a blue
I mean, on
check
Twitter.
on
On TikTok, I'm trying to work on it right now.
Twitter blue checks mean nothing, by the way.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think he has a blue check on Twitter.
No, he doesn't even have a Twitter. Yeah. But I had a boy who like owns a marketing agency, and he was like, start with that because at least being verified on something with that same handle you have can carry over into other platforms. He's like, trust me, Twitter's a great starting foundation that people are sleeping on.
Yeah.
That are trying to be content creators.
I get it.
So I went and made it, listened to everything he said, and I'm just moving forward because he's verified on Instagram.
Yeah, but
He did it. I need to listen to him.
it doesn't really mean anything, I guess, in a sense. But I guess if you're like trying to get on podcasts and doing everything, like who's this guy? Oh, he's verified. Okay, which is stupid.
It is,
Yeah.
but then it does help because they have a whole tab on Twitter where you can check just your verified notifications. So it's only going to show you notifications for people, people that are
The
verified.
previous podcast with Garrett, Garrett said, he's like, I usually don't reply. I have my people that reply, but he's like, I was going through and I saw a blue check made a comment on one of my videos. So I said, let me see what this chick's got to say. And so he replied and engaged her.
It's making yourself clickbait.
Yeah, I guess.
Instantly.
I have on a recent post we did at work, Celia Cruz came back from the dead and liked the post.
Celia Cruz's
The
account.
verified Celia Cruz singer that passed away
Wow.
liked our account, so that was a little spooky.
That's nice. It's
Yeah,
nice.
but you know your content's good, so when you're
Yeah,
raising
right.
the souls from the grave. That boy killing the game. Literally, he's bringing the death back. He's not killing, he's resurrecting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
All right. So you're so being a Florida man, being out here with gators and swamp chickens. I don't know why I said that, but snakes. People start looking at you.
Yeah.
And you have some people like Jay was saying. I don't know if it was on break or we recorded it, on one side of the fence, on the other, and they start making complaints. And people start looking into it. State agencies, FWC. You got to visit.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah.
Let's do the knock. Hey, this Stackz954.
9 times of that.
yeah.
I'm sleeping and I hear it. And by the 3rd time I heard the
You turned on the
I'm like,
airboat and you
I
were
know
out
exactly what
going out
this
the
is.
back.
Yeah, no, not even. I'm 3rd floor of my apartment.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't thinking FWC.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is police.
Yeah.
Yeah, cops have a knock.
Yeah, for sure. And they were not leaving. So I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't want to be taken. My daughter's like, God damn, she's 3 months old. I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyways, I open the door. I'm like, I see tan. So I'm like, it's you.
So we finally
Yeah,
meet.
like an arch
There was
nemesis.
a pause and there was like,
We're just having, like A-Stack blows by. It was like a standoff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
yeah.
Not even to be rude, but it's
Yeah.
just like, I know I didn't like actually do anything for real.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of did.
Yeah.
So they're like, are you so-and-so? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, did you do this?
That was a little Jim Carrey-ish, by the way. If you guys didn't see, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, some people try to compare me to him sometimes. So then they're like, did you do this? I'm like, yeah. I'm not going to lie. If they're asking,
They know.
if
I know
a
the
police
answer.
officer is asking you a question, they know the answer.
Yes.
They want to see if this is going to go this way or this way with this guy.
Yeah. This is actually the most policey part of the podcast. Continue.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, yeah, okay, so what's going on next? They're like, you cannot do that. And that, by the way, people, is it was New Year's Eve. I wanted to make a banger New Year video.
Yeah.
So there was like a 7-foot gator about 10 feet away from the dock, maybe 15 feet. I said, I'm going to backflip right toward him.
Yeah.
Or her, whatever it was. Yeah, I did that, posted it. It probably came like a month or 2 later. And they were just like, this is like, you're literally one eyebrow hair away from actually like molesting/harassing this alligator for real. And then 2, we see your numbers, we see your followers, we see your views. You're going to teach kids to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
You might know what you're doing. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What if they do that with the wrong gator or a 15-foot gator rather than a 7 that's submissive? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, these kids are going to go get killed because they're watching your videos.
Oh.
So they were like, if we see this again, it's going to go to the next level.
Bro, you know what you need? Bow, no, 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 no. With that little, don't do
with
this
the
with the
cro-
little
skull and-
skull
I
and the
know, yeah,
crossbones.
so-
Don't do this.
That doesn't work anymore.
Well, how about a disclaimer on your profile? Click on the disclaimer, like you see a little link there. All this stunts are performed, blah, 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 blah.
Well, even
Little
so,
what,
like,
CYA, you know what CYA is? Cover your ass. So you just put it on there.
yeah,
I don't. By the way, we don't condone gator molestations. He is not a convicted molester of gators.
no actual legal action happened.
He is not a
warning.
gator predator.
Not at
where
all.
He is the little red dot on a green dot on his house. If you open up a map, I wonder if there's any gator predators around here.
Yeah.
My baby's playing around.
Registered
My
gator.
baby gator's playing around here. You're just over there with a camera filming him at the little pond.
Yeah.
Hey, gator.
No, so since then, I have not made one gator video since that.
All right.
I have not. I stayed away from them. We still obviously catch iguanas all the time. Come across snakes. I haven't even had a Burmese python in months.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to talk about. But good to wrap up the FWC stuff, and you're running with the law.
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, man, just use a little more heads up. Like, this is not only going right here to you. Now you have a responsibility like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now you have a responsibility that I'm now reaching a lot of people that I have to be careful what I do because he's right. Something you do, they're like, oh, he's doing it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were pretty much just like, we see you obviously are always jumping in every body of water you see, which is true.
Is it illegal to jump in bodies of water?
No.
Is it illegal to jump in bodies of water if there's a gator nearby?
Well, they said, and this is, which we all know this, they're like, you swim in all these canals from Broward County down to Cutler Bay. We can't stop you from doing that. We know gators are in there. We get that. But they're like, this video, pointed out, addressed, and stated, look at that gator right there.
Yeah.
And you jumped right at it. You literally, that video right there, that's pretty much incriminating myself.
It's
You know what I mean?
borderline.
It's like,
yeah. Well, they use discretion where, like, okay, he didn't touch it. And there's some,
yeah.
But it's better that we educate, and I'm with them on it. Yeah,
No,
you educate.
absolutely. Yeah,
Did
educate, yeah.
That helped a little more with you, like the education wise. Like, hey, man, just a heads up. And then did that open up that like that foresight now where you're like, I'm about to make this video, and who knows who's gonna see this? So maybe I should.
And I still have like, because I work with a lot of comedians,
Yeah.
a lot of them, and
Yeah.
now they know whenever they come down, call Florida Man because he's gonna get us our content for Florida.
Yeah.
While we're there for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably 7 out of 10 times now, can we go swimming with the alligators? And I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, not anymore. You missed your
Not
window.
Yeah.
Can't do that no more. I get you snakes and stuff.
Yeah. What if you get a pet alligator?
I got to go through this long
He's
license.
saying no. He's shaking his head no.
Yeah, I would have to. You got to get like a crocodilian license, and it's a whole thing. And like, I got a good friend, Tyler Nolan. That's a badass dude.
Yeah.
And he has all those licenses and stuff. But that's because his actual passion is just owning and taking care of reptiles.
Yeah.
They're cool to me, but for me, it's the excitement that's cool, not because I'm gonna wake up every day and clean out 40 enclosures.
Yeah.
And feeding them 60 mice and rats. Like I'm not that obsessed with them. I like fishing way more than reptiles.
Okay, so what would you say your passion would be? Fishing?
Fishing is better than anything on this earth besides my daughter.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
But in Florida, when you're fishing, you run into iguanas
All the
on
time,
canal banks,
dude, yeah.
gators.
Those are the
Yeah.
best fishing spots.
Yeah.
When there's
Where
all this the animals are and everything. That means
Yeah,
that
of course.
there's nobody throwing lines that way.
And there's stuff for them to eat.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah,
The bugs that
absolutely.
the iguanas are going after are also landing
And
on the
the
water.
whole chain
feeding
follows
the
up.
feeding the
Yeah.
bass. Yeah.
So what about crocodiles? Because I think we're the only place in the world that has alligators and crocodiles.
Coexisting. Yeah. I've come across a few crocs. I had one video that went viral. It came and ripped an iguana off the bank of my backyard in Dania Beach.
Wow.
American crocodile.
So it's all they're
in
all the way up
gated
here.
neighborhood.
I thought they were more to the south,
A lot of people think that.
and they're all the way up here
They're on the East Coast.
on the beach.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got crocodiles, son.
Yeah.
This is a real deal down here.
For sure.
Yeah, 'cause
People
that
are
one that
listening
was-
up there. I'm like, hey, we got deer.
Yeah. These crocs will rip that deer and throw them all in the water. Yeah, that's
Right?
right
He's
there
looking
for
it's
sure.
like, well, god dang, man, we
Big
got deer.
rabbits and shit.
Well, the one was on Hollywood Beach. The one that was recently in the last year.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
news, there
yeah,
was a crocodile. I think that was Hollywood Beach.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Beach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's up here in Broward, and
That's crazy.
And, I think they've even had sightings as far north as Jupiter for crocodiles.
Yeah.
Somebody
On
just
the
got a
ocean
great
side.
white the other day out of Miami Beach.
Oh, I saw that. No, did it die? It was dead, and they found it.
No, that was a killer whale, an orca.
Oh, an
It
orca.
was
Orca washed up.
North of, I think it was in Flagler,
Okay.
like near Daytona.
It was like the
There was-
furthest south that they ever found.
Yeah, there was an orca that had
killer
beached
whale.
itself.
A Lolita. One of the. You know what I mean? You're looking. You know orcas.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You said
The most badass animal on the planet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
You'll be killing them sea lions?
They're the smartest thing other than humans that we know of.
What about dolphins?
Behind the orca. Yeah.
Because they do some amazing, dude. Some of those amazing videos.
There's still never been a killer whale to kill the human.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
What about the trainer that they drug down to the bottom of the bottom of the tank?
I think they might be saying in the wild, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. In the wild.
Asterisk.
I didn't even need Google for that. I remember that. I was like, oh, you should have known.
I'm in full support of that.
What, that it kills trainers?
Hell yeah, take him
What?
out. Take him out.
Okay, let's get controversial.
Yeah, take him out. Yeah, for sure.
Or listen,
I don't like.
you could
zoos
jump in
either,
there
dude.
with them, do some flips, do some TikToks. But if you're training, dead.
Well, it's just like the more the more I'm learning about animals and actually getting like intimate, so to speak, with them. Yeah, just some really do not belong in captivity.
I can agree to that. Yesterday, I went to the zoo. I went to the Miami Zoo, and you're just looking at some of these animals that need these big prairies to run, like gazelles, and they're in this little thing. Like, that's not big enough for that little thing. Or like elephants that are in a bath.
Dude, the last time we were there, it was killing me because some people had like Doritos and shit, and they're sitting there by the gorillas, and they're throwing, because there's like that wide gap moat canal thing between the gorillas, and the gorillas just sitting there, and people are just taking Doritos, and they're like zipping them across, throwing them to the gorilla, and it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, leave that gorilla, like, just look at it, whatever. Don't be throwing it.
It is
human food and Doritos and
absolutely.
shit.
Human behavior has changed a lot. The attention span is a lot shorter.
8 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm at and you see this in real life. So I'm at the zoo, and now they have they have the 4-cart things where you ride the bike and it has like 4 wheels, and they have that.
Surrey cart.
Yeah, well,
Is what they're called.
What are they called?
Surrey carts.
Well, my wife
talk
is
about your wife.
and she wanted to ride one. It makes sense. So we got one of those.
It's her people.
And then they have little now electric ones that are like dressed up like different animals, and you sit on them like a scooter, and you can ride 2-man or 2-person on there, and you zip around electric. So, but I'm noticing the trend is like you would go, right? I want to go see this animal. And then you go sit, they have benches, and you're watching the animal do whatever it's going to do. If it's sleeping, you're like, If it's moving, if it's taking a bath, there was an elephant taking a bath. And you're like, let me look at let me watch this thing a little bit, see how it works. Bro, people were like, zoom, up to the thing. Look at the elephant, it's water. Boom. And go to the next one. Look at the lion over there. Wow, that's cool. Zoom. And they were just moving and moving and moving and moving. No one had the attention to just sit and watch. And some old people were sitting on the bench and they were watching. I noticed that. But I was like, man, it's society, man. Even at the zoos, it's changing.
Yeah.
It's nuts,
And
man.
that's in person. It's not even on their phone. Like, in person, they literally have
I'm like,
8 seconds at most.
I'm like, my brother, how often do you get to see a gorilla like in the wild that you're just like, oh yeah, there's a gorilla right there, and they go, come on, they don't have gorillas in Hialeah. I know, you're from Hialeah, and you have because there's a lot of my wife's people down there.
There's a look.
Yeah, so I mean, you hear the language, so you know, oh, they're Cuban, they're from there. They actually have a Cuban crocodile there.
Cuban crocs are great. I had a video go viral, one of those too.
The most people around that exhibit. It was a whole bunch of Cuban people around that exhibit pointing like, I never seen one of those, and they were like, I heard the
they gallop.
conversation.
That's why they're so viral. They gallop like a horse.
Really?
Yeah, like they get off all 4 feet when they're launching and like in stride.
Wow.
Nice.
So you do know. You just don't have the passion to take care of the animals.
Yeah, nah. I'll do the best I can to not harm them, protect them, and do what's right by them. But like, I don't want to be an overseer.
So to go in, there's some laws around. Do we have to take a break?
You might as well take a break.
Okay, so when we come back, we're talking about killing iguanas, and or euthanizing iguanas, but we'll just say killing iguanas and killing pythons. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about those laws.
Got it.
All right. This season, we're going to be recording out of our new studio, the Donut Shop Podcast Studio, located in Feds Apparel. We teamed up with Feds this year. You're going to hear more about it throughout the entire season. And if you want to, go visit them right now at fedsapparel.com. You could even pick up one of my cool police car shirts, shameless plug. Go over there, fedsapparel.com, and check out everything they have to offer. Now, let's get to the podcast. We're back. Great commercial. You like that commercial? It was a good commercial.
Yeah, it was a great commercial. It was fire.
So laws, right? We're talking about laws. We're
Yeah.
talking about the law. La ley. That's my Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, by the way.
Are you of Spanish descent?
I have. I always say it in reverse. So people like I'm Italian and I'm Puerto Rican, a New Yorican.
Okay.
Mom's Italian. She kind of like was in the house, and my dad was working. So my dad's New Yorican, born in New York. But so I look like this, no speaky. So, anyways. Let's go to the laws here. So there's some laws in regards to, because we are a subtropical climate here in Florida, species thrive. We have wetlands, which is the only wetlands that I know of in the world. We don't, this is the only place, right? Everglades. There's only one Everglades.
Yeah.
There's swamps, but not Everglades. But anyway, so they thrive here. And perfect case scenarios, iguanas.
Yep.
And iguanas are more of a nuisance than anything, right?
People don't know that the callback on romaine lettuce a couple years ago was from iguanas.
Why was that?
They were getting into the what would you call it, the crops,
Yeah.
and people were getting salmonella from.
Oh,
I had salmonella
wow.
once.
really?
I got bit in the lip by a gator.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Look, reptile salmonella. You ever
yeah.
got?
It's
Yeah.
real.
So when
It's
you were
real.
molesting, I'm just kidding. I mean, you're like, I made out with an alligator.
Well,
I
I was molesting. Now it was under the
cir-
circumstances this was allowed to be.
Okay.
I wasn't out in the wild or anything like
Okay,
that. But
okay.
yeah, this is a while back too. This is a throwback. But I did attempt to kiss the baby gator.
Oh, okay. It was a baby gator.
Blink of an eye. About
Oh.
2 feet when I say baby.
What is
yeah.
what is salmonella for the? It's a bacteria, right?
Yeah, and what it did to me, which I guess this is what it has to do to everyone because I'm a human just like the rest.
Yeah.
The term hit by a truck
Yeah.
could not be more accurate.
Oh, so you.
Oh.
Every single bone and fiber in your body is complete torment. It was so much pain just to walk out of bed. Then diarrhea, vomit, same time.
Oh my God.
So you're on the toilet, bucket in your hand, same time, like shooting out of both ends at once.
I've had that.
It was terrible.
Salmonella infection, a common bacterial disease that affects the intestinal tract. So there you get the both ends.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've had it.
Yep.
Not salmonella. Maybe. I don't know.
I had it for a week.
That's nuts. And
So-
both ends you're shooting?
Yeah.
I'm doing the little.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a little bit of that. Yeah.
Staying alive.
Yeah. And then I had a heart attack like a year before that. Salmonella probably took a worse course on me than the heart attack.
You had a heart attack, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How old are you again?
29.
You gotta
I
stop
had it
playing
at
with them
28.
lizards, bro.
Yeah. I missed a Netflix show because of my heart attack. I was in the hospital when they wanted to interview me.
Oh.
And I
you-
turned
for
down
this.
Discovery Channel because of the
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Oh.
The big poke.
So you've had offers to do
Multiple.
shows.
Multiple.
And one required, as Hollywood would say, Pokemon.
Yeah, the punch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as they said that, I said, thank you. I'll have a good day. You can find someone else.
A Jabachu.
Try not to say it's too many different variations may cause the algo to figure it out.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're talking about Pokemon, the little
Yeah,
character
dude,
that's
yeah.
in a little
Oh, Jabachu.
sharp.
Yeah, he was introduced in like 2019 or something. That
Yeah,
one.
okay, so they wanted you to take the Jabachu, and you said,
Yeah. I
no,
said,
no.
hell no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Netflix, you were sick or you had a heart attack.
Literally, I missed the interview the day of because I had it that day in the hospital.
Oh, my
Ay.
goodness.
Yeah.
Hey.
There was that stress induced? Is it a medical thing you're dealing with?
I had a respiratory infection
Oh.
that I didn't let like settle at all. To me, I was just like, feel kind of shitty. I feel kind of sick, but like the content's got to keep going.
Was it, I don't want to say this and get flagged, but was
No.
it Bobid? No?
No.
right.
They ran all kind of tests, all kind of things. They were like, we see literally nothing.
Well, that was the other thing that I was going to wonder, like jumping in some of these canals. I mean, you're probably obviously not looking at it going, that's a disgusting canal. I'm not going in there. You know, there's
we
more.
definitely say that's a disgusting canal, and then we jump in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
We say that all the time, like idiots. It's crazy.
Because that's what some of these canals, you're like, damn, you know. And I
Disgusting.
remember one of my boys before Chili Cook-Off back in the day jumped in the canal right there off of Flamingo and landed right on a Corona bottle that was wide open on the bottom and was
my.
promptly carried across the street to Memorial West to get.
God, he was right there in
to
front of
seek
C.B.
treatment.
Smith Park.
Yeah,
They
CB
have
Smith
a
Park.
venom.
Oh,
they have an
my.
anti-venom unit there in the Memorial West. They have like so because I used to fish.
Yeah.
And it's like if I ever get bit by a moccasin, I'm headed straight over
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
hospital because
Well,
they have
good
the
to know.
anti-venom. Yeah, they do.
I'm always running around Pines doing my fishing and
Matter
iguana stuff.
Matter of fact, there's a Venom 1, I think they're
Yeah,
called.
it's out of Miami.
Out of Miami, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. We're gonna bring them on to our listeners,
Ooh,
and
we
they
should get them,
They
yeah.
deal with like anti-venom and go out and respond.
Yeah, they're one of the
Helicopters and stuff.
largest. I mean, they are like the largest in like the southeast. So.
Sorry, not to take away from you, but
yeah.
it just hit my brain. I'm like, oh, I want to
When we
bring
get
them in.
that TV show, we'll bring them along too.
Oh,
'cause
let's go.
When I land my show one day, it has to. Part of it has to take place in Brazil. It has to. I
Ooh,
have to go
yeah.
to the Amazon, and I need to encounter anacondas, crocodiles, and all of the crazy stuff that. they
What?
have to
Wait,
offer.
okay, so you haven't named anything that's not here yet. Or give it another 10 years.
We
and
don't
we'll-
have wild anacondas. If you've seen it on TV, it's fake, guaranteed, 5 million
All
%.
right. I was gonna say a dirty joke, but I was like, hey, man, but I don't want to. I don't
You
want to
see
get.
me walking out the shower.
I didn't want to go there. I was gonna say a dirty joke.
Well, I'll bring you back then. Your friend, the green iguana that we were talking about, typically from Brazil, Paraguay, and Mexico. So there we go.
Same, yeah. So
Bring it back to you were talking about iguanas.
what I got,
right.
were you around with Strictly Reptiles?
That's where all this came from.
Exactly. Back there was
Hurricane Andrew.
Go ahead and drop some knowledge.
Yeah, I know my shit. The hurricane hit. Apparently, it destroyed the building.
Yes, it
took
did.
a huge toll on the building, and that was literally the start of probably 80% of the invasive species that are here in South Florida now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Because it's not like somebody
Monkeys
had
got out. We have monkeys here in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
There's curly tail lizards. Those are I think they're from the Bahamas or some island out there, but they're like rock structured. So they have this little curly. They get their name from the curl in their
literal
tail.
curly tail,
Super
yeah.
aggressive little bulldog lizards.
Yeah, dude. There's some little chunkos.
They just-
The West
yeah.
Indies.
Yeah, they stand in the sidewalk. It's like, hey, my sidewalk.
Yeah.
Walk in the grass.
And you walk up and like,
Yeah.
all right, fine. I'll go
Walk
under
in
the
the grass.
sidewalk, but it's still mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I had one that was right in the front of my, because I lived in a townhome, and it would just stand there, and I have to wait it out. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, bro. Please.
Yeah.
He's like, my sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't touch them. You know. I don't molest the lizards.
Yeah.
There's what's the other one? Tegu. Tegus. Those guys
Argentine tegu, yeah.
with the blue tails.
The blue tails.
Wait, no, amoebas.
Amoebas. Those are awesome lizards.
Yeah,
The
so-
bright green and bright blue and
Yeah,
all these. Yeah.
They were so I don't live too far from that area. So when the outbreak happened, I got a lot of the species. The only thing that I wish I would have saw is chameleons.
Chameleons are awesome.
But they're too slow to survive.
My buddy just pulled one out of Southwest Ranches. He was driving by his parents' house, and he's like driving. And he goes, "Dude, hang on a second." And he found a chameleon that must have just gotten out of somebody's house or something like that.
Yeah.
They let him loose. Are those things running wild too?
Chameleons, really?
Yeah.
Where
So
at?
he grabbed it up with its two little pinches.
I used to have a
and
pet
everything.
chameleon. That's
Yeah.
the only.
So he
lizard
brought
pet.
it over to a friend's house, and she's got all kinds of animals.
Does
And
he
so
know what kind of chameleon it is?
Probably a veiled chameleon.
Veiled or-
most likely. If it was a panther, you would know.
Panther.
It was a
chameleon.
super green.
Veiled.
Could be a Senegal because I had a Senegal, which is those like really. They all do that, but
Yeah,
he was
but for him to find it in the wild or whatever, yeah, it was definitely the veiled chameleons are all over South Florida.
really,
Tons.
and that derives from that. You think?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Literally has to be.
So all these lizards that we're talking about, they were like the Jesus lizards are out there, the basilisk. They
Yep.
run on their back legs,
Yep.
and they run over water. Supposedly, I haven't seen them run over.
Oh
but
yeah, Jesus lizards.
they stand up on their back legs and they take off running.
Yeah.
super fast.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's not even super fast. They just have the body weight and like the aerodynamics and like the
their head is like has a
has the crest.
yeah. Like
And then
a
their
shark
legs,
fin on
it
the
just
head.
like kind of rotates all wide and sloppy, but they just have the right dynamics to move across the surface of water.
So when I started my off-duty channel, I wanted to do because I like filming stuff. I wanted to do just a segment on like just the different animals, the lizards, and fly the drone over the canal, and you see the iguanas running, then close-up shots. And people are like, "Where do you live?" I'd be like, "I live in Broward." You know? So, but I didn't do it. And you can ask Reyes from back in the day. But now, guys like you are popping up with these on the social media, and it just shows that we live in an area that is very unique and has all these different things that people wouldn't know unless now social media is spreading that word out, and it's pretty cool. So I think I haven't seen a basilisk on your stuff.
Yeah, I did a couple videos with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool looking creatures.
Yeah, the thing is, it's just like the only thing that's gonna go viral for that is actually getting it to run in the water.
Yeah.
And for
Right.
whatever reason, they never do that every time I try. So I stopped trying. Like you'll put them right in front of the water, they'll cut back
Yeah.
and run back toward like the bushes or like a tree or something like that. They
What-
never commit to the water.
What gets the most views
Iguanas.
besides right? Because they got the spikes on their head. They look prehistoric.
Literally like
Orange and-
toy-sized Godzillas, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The rest of the world is fascinated. And just like, so we have peacock bass.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know if
Yeah.
you fished
Yeah.
Florida growing up. We are just one of the few places in the world where these things can survive.
Yeah.
So like snook, you're talking very, very, very few places on Earth. Peacock bass, very few on Earth.
Yeah.
Actually, snook, peacock, not necessarily snook, but peacocks, iguanas, all that, they can't even really exist past Orlando.
Yeah. It gets too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, not even just Florida, South Florida. You're talking West Palm Beach and down.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell people, like when I go online, they're like, what is like South Florida, West Palm Beach and down.
I would concur.
No,
I concur.
Oh,
Meaning
so-
I agree.
oh, sorry, yeah. I thought so. Yeah, like anything literally, if you're 1 mile above West Palm, I can't. Even if you're kind of in a mile radius south, we can't consider you South Florida.
But I have seen the brown anoles in Orlando. Those little brown lizards, which
Yeah.
when I was growing
Bahamian.
up, they were like
They were the only ones.
the only ones. You might have seen one of those Cuban anoles, which are big green ones.
Yeah.
They look very aggressive looking, but they're slow. But anyways, you might see two of those, but all you saw was little brown anoles. Now the brown anoles are like they're either hiding higher, their behaviors change because the predators that are out now, they're eating up these little lizards. I don't know why. I just like this stuff. And I know that.
Yeah.
I'm like watching out my window. It's like, where's all the brown lizards?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
because
they
we
will
used
get
to only
white.
see them. We just see them chilling on the rail or your front porch or something like that, doing the neck, doing the neck mating kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that was all we had. And then I remember my cousin used to go, and you could scoop them up pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just come up right behind
Put
the tail,
little
just grab 'em.
earrings.
Yeah, you just put
Yeah,
'em on your
everybody would
ears.
let it clip to their ears. Yeah.
They bite onto your ear
that's
and
it.
hang from you.
Or you grab them by the tail and their tail would detach and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one video that I watched with that iguana.
The
with
iguana we caught yesterday, you saw the two
yeah,
tails?
the two tails.
That was crazy.
insane.
Had
Yeah.
2 tails?
Yeah, it
Literally.
has like the original tail, and it was just sprouting
It
off.
looked like he had like a 13-inch carrot growing out of his actual tail.
Oh my! You sure it was his tail?
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it was not the.
Hang on, I'll
Because I saw you put something in your mouth.
yeah.
I saw
That
you
one was
put something
that,
on your
that
mouth.
was an
in one of the
iguana
videos.
hookah.
It's like, oh yeah, look, there it is.
So what is it? Is it this one on the left?
That's the one that actually shows the two tails. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
So iguanas, you can have them as pets, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
It changed.
Yeah, they're like illegal entirely as pets.
So get to the laws. When you catch an iguana, they are asking the general public that to do away with them, kill them in a humane type of way, where you have to either shoot them you can shoot them with a pellet gun or sever their heads. And there was something else. There was another way to do it.
you can't torture them.
You can't torture them. You can't drown them.
It has to be a humane
Humane way.
euthanized.
I sent you a thing. It says it gives examples.
yeah.
Which is nuts. It's like, hey, we want you to kill these things, but kill them right.
Yeah, you're like a quick
Don't-
jab to the brain.
Yeah.
Or just like immediate like decapitation.
Or shoot them with a pellet gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you have the Python elimination program.
Oh, and the python,
Yeah.
which is essentially the same thing.
Which is weird though. I think to actually go hunt the pythons, I think you need like a permit for that.
They did say something. There's a python hunting, like they recruited some people to
Yeah.
do it, and they asked. I guess it's a payment plan that like you could pay by hour, and then as you trap them or kill them or bring them back, you get paid by the size of the python.
There's up to a certain size where you get paid a flat rate, and then after that, I think you get paid a certain amount.
Put the mic.
a certain amount per inch after like a certain length. I
Yeah.
forget what that length is.
Yeah, here's how much do you get? How much do you get paid? I can
I
put it over
forgot
here.
because I'm
it's
not
right there. Look, we got it right there.
Yeah. How much do you get paid for South Florida Python?
So yeah, you see that first little chunk to the bottom left, I believe, is like what the flat rate is, and I think after that is a certain
so
amount.
$10 per
length after.
hour, $15 per hour, depending on the area, and you get 10 hours each day, and then an additional incentive pay of $50 for each python measuring to 4 feet plus, an extra $25 for each foot measure above 4 feet. See example, and then they got a little chart down there. An additional $200 for each verified active nest. So if you find the nest, it's another $200.
Ooh,
you make a little
that's
money.
a little honey pot right there.
You make a little money.
Yeah,
That's not bad in the hunting pythons.
there's a lot
But-
of them out there.
That's the problem.
And it is, but they do these like full blown pushes, and they don't come back with a lot. Like they're not easy to find. Like,
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah, they're
6
not the
o'clock at
easiest.
night, it's over, and let's do the count. And it's not a fishing tournament where these guys are coming in and
Yeah.
we tossed back 10 because
Yeah.
they were too small, but we've got our weight here. Like these guys are coming back with one, and then there's several teams that come back with absolutely none, and they're like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
There's I sent you a link to, I don't know if it's a link, but it's a screenshot of this guy. It's called a Python Cowboy on YouTube. Have you seen him?
I know of them.
You seen him? Yeah. And it's not easy to find. In one of his videos, he finds a nest, but he's out there at night getting bit up by spiders, crawling on his hands and feet to find it. And then he has GPS on the map. He has different locations where he's found nesting spots. So he's on dead skin or broken eggs. So he's like, I'm going to come back here because typically if a python nests in that area successfully, they'll come back next nesting season because like, oh, we're gonna hit this up. I'm gonna hit this up again because I was safe.
It worked exactly.
Yeah. So he found a big, and in the video there, he finds a big like 45 eggs and the python, and so he made a little money there.
This one you're talking about?
Yeah, that one there. It's just a lady. That's his girlfriend crawling through one of the spaces. But this is a screenshot. But anyways, if you guys want to, if you're listening, like, oh, there's a Python Cowboy is the guy's name. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it's pretty cool. But which leads me to my next thing. Well, we talked about the laws around it. So these iguanas, I think you mentioned a story about a law enforcement.
I had seen, and I'm not 100% on it, but a police officer had responded, and then there was an iguana that had been stuck in a chain link fence, and then the officer removed it.
Yeah. And
then promptly just released it back into the yard or put it over the fence that it was trying to get through.
Yeah.
And received a lot of flack for it.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately was like cited or,
and that's
issued a problem because he released a non-native species, an invasive species.
That's how I
back
found
into
out.
Florida.
Do you still have my TikTok up?
Yeah. It was.
So that's how I found out about that law. I did the same exact thing. I was at my friend's house.
Yeah.
In his backyard, they have it doesn't show the pin videos, huh?
Yeah, because I'm not logged in. This is just from.
Well, I guess do the viewers see that screen or no?
No, we can put it up after.
No,
okay, I can show you guys real quick. It was pretty much the same exact thing.
Yeah.
He was caught in a fence.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get out, but he was in my friend's backyard, like private property. He didn't want him eating the bananas. I simply grabbed him, got him out of the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then threw him, if it wants to load up, threw him right back over the fence into the water.
He
swam off.
So
I got hundreds of messages. You're going to go to jail. Do you know what you just did?
Yeah.
That's mandatory kill on sight. I was like, I never heard. This was like years ago.
I don't know if there's a law pertain to. I think we have the law in there. I don't know if it pertains to private. Hey, what if you're just a person who doesn't want to deal with that?
And that's the crazy thing is that me and him were on the golf course the other day, and we caught one, right? And then somebody walked up, like asking us questions or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we know the law is like mandatory kill upon capture, but for here, you need a permit to be able to do that." So I'm like. So, like, you mean you kind of break the state law?
Yeah, maybe it's private property.
Yeah, which it was. It was a golf course, right? So that's where I guess there's kind of a gray area that maybe I don't have all the knowledge upon.
So it says urged locals to kill reptiles whenever possible, right? So I mean, there's a lot of leeway where it's like, man, it wasn't possible. I didn't have a shovel. I didn't have a gun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If they wanted to
I didn't want to kill this
humane
thing.
kill, like it's not all the time just walking around with a machete ready to just chop something's head off like that. Like,
so there's a little leeway in what you do. However, now I always tell people that like, but I can interpret it like this. It's like, yep, but understand that you're gonna get the heat. So it could be good for views, but you're gonna feel heat regardless. And one day maybe it's like, it comes down on you where they're like, hey, don't be flipping next to gators or whatever it is. So it's just like the sword. You know what I say? Live by the sword, die by the sword. It's like now we just got to figure. So it's important, And we've been speaking off camera. You're like, I know. You're like, I know where the laws, you're like, you research this stuff, and you're like, nah, I get it. I know this stuff, and you're not out there. What's it called? Like a loose cannon. It's kind of like a directed cannon.
Yeah. We're very like on track with. We just have a certain, I don't know, like policy or procedure we move by and just stick to that and know what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
I'm not here trying to be the rebel that's like, well, let's see if they can catch me. Or I'm going to do this and watch me get away with it. There's no point in doing that.
Yeah.
So
We
do what
start
I
wearing-
know I can.
Wearing a mask.
Yeah, right.
Mask,
Yeah.
You'll never
Look
find
at this
me.
iguana.
I
Now
got
watch me
the-
release it. Yeah. Like, nah. I don't.
At least
Actually,
we got
what
it.
I do too, I just don't show the end result in any video at all.
Okay.
Like, we just show the capture. A lot of people do like the educational information about them.
Yeah.
And whatever they do and when they freeze and et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. You should do more of that stuff. People are interested in that.
I
stuff.
also don't like, a lot of these guys are corny as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
I hate the corny shit.
But there is room for you. You understand?
Yeah.
You're going to be the guy who's not corny and that people could relate to.
Yeah, so when I find it natural, I just like being natural.
Yeah.
I can act.
Yeah.
That's if I'm being hired to be on a set.
Yeah.
When I'm just out with the boys and we're just doing our thing, I don't like the cheesy. I don't like the cringe. I don't like the clickbait.
Yeah.
I don't really care for that. I just want it to be a very natural encounter capture and lesson of a sort.
And natural encounter capture, and we're going to end it off on here. But we were talking, bro. I think you should start a capturing. Do you do this? Has anyone tried to recruit you and be like, hey, we see you capture all these iguanas. Why don't you work for us in a pest control or something like that?
So I haven't had like a major company. I've probably had like 3 or 4 different times where like residents would hit me up and say, hey, we have this amount of so-and-so, whether it's iguanas or snakes. I had one person hit me up like, hey, we got this big like 10-foot gator. But I'm like, that's way beyond me, Charlie. I can't come to your
big world,
your community and just rip this 10-foot gator out.
Could you, though?
FWC, they called me to do it.
No, but could you? Like, forget the regulations. A 10-foot gator. And they're like, hey, Stackz, 954 Stackz, drop the 954. Can you please get this gator out? Do you have the ability?
5 million%.
That's what I'm talking about.
5 million%.
I got this 14-foot gator
Yeah.
that hasn't eaten and has been eating little dogs and stuff. Can you get this gator out?
Yeah. If they allowed me to do that, I can most definitely do that.
How would
Most
you do
definitely.
it? How would you do it?
Well, if I was allowed.
If you
If a trapper hired you and their license extended,
let's put the disclaimer.
If I had
hypothetically
the
speaking,
certification, the license,
Yeah.
I could do this without getting in trouble.
yeah.
What we would probably do is probably me and Lucas.
Okay, he's off camera. He's
Would
just
get-
he's sitting back. He's so confident. He was listening in, and he's like, "Tell him,
Yeah.
tell him how
'Cause
we
we
would
would
do
do
it." Yeah, he just sat back.
Yeah.
He's leaning back in
Yeah.
his chair.
I know we could, but go
Yeah.
ahead and tell them how.
So how
What I
you
would
do-
say is we would literally 2 beefy fishing rods, trebles at the bottom.
Oh, you're gonna snag him.
Absolutely. And people would hear that and be like, but you're like hurting the poor thing. Just like when your pit bull runs into a wall and you hear, and you're like, are you okay? And he's like,
Yeah,
I'm doing just fine. I didn't feel. Those gators do not feel that.
thick scales.
To
thick
them,
skins?
oh my God. Like literally, the hook might not actually even protrude past the barb.
Yeah.
It might just be enough of a piercing to where it's holding.
Yeah.
But then one wrong turn, the hook can still pull. That does not bother them. They don't feel that at all.
Yeah.
It's
These
kind-
iguanas don't even feel that.
It's kind of like if you go like this with your elbow.
Yeah.
And you
Literally.
pinch that
the
little
weenus.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You
The
don't
weenus,
feel
yeah.
that.
Yeah. You ever bite that? You ever have somebody bite my elbow, Justin?
No, I've tried to
bite your own elbow. No, you bite your own elbow.
So, but if you guys extend your listening,
can't hurt it.
extend your arm and pinch that little
I've
skin.
tried so hard
Yeah.
to hurt this.
It's
and
like
you can't.
everyone's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Do it. You can't.
literally can't
He's
hurt
like, you
that.
can't. So
So-
it's like they have 20 times that.
Literally,
like
they
elbow
have
skin
20
all
layers
around
of
their butt.
weenus around their
It's
whole
called
body.
weenus?
This is the weenus, and yeah, so it would not hurt them.
Really?
And it could be, it would definitely be a little bit brutal in the sense of how hard they're gonna fight us and rip and
Starts
drag.
rolling right away.
Death rolls for
Yeah.
sure, absolutely. But what should also do them to discredit? I would suggest you use a mono line, not braid. Braid will cut through skin, flesh, scales, all that.
Yeah.
We put like 100-pound mono on that, and we tied a big treble hook to the end, one on each side, or 2 into it, whatever it is. He death rolls enough. Now he's just gonna pin himself.
Yeah.
Like a hog tied,
Yeah,
pig,
he's wrapping himself up.
tying himself up.
Yeah.
Pull him on in. It's gonna be a heavy pull, but you just nice and easy. You just ease your way in there. Just get him on in.
Is that how they do it? Is that how people do it?
That's definitely one of the ways.
Where they do like lassos? I would imagine you have to get it out of the water somehow.
You could lasso. The only thing that I wouldn't want to do with that is because now it's literally you versus the strength of the gator. The fishing line, we'll just set the drag to a certain ratio, let it drag a bit where it's still tight but not locked down to snap your rod, and then you're just using the finesse of the fishing rod and reel.
Yeah. Do you know? Are you friends with any trappers? Like, do they get euthanized when they get removed from the lakes, or they
Like the Gator Boys bring them to like Holiday Park and stuff.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
there's
saying. They let 'em
there's
go.
places
there's
to
a
relocate.
sanctuary. sanctuary.
Because when it comes to euthanizing them, that's not like one of those laws like, oh, like a pest gator, kill it.
Yeah.
That's not really the case.
They're protected, right?
Yes.
yeah.
So maybe if you're defending your life,
Yeah.
like, yeah, if I own a home and my daughter's playing in the backyard and the gator runs up to attack her,
Yeah,
I'm
that's a different-
blasting his head right off, and I don't care what law there is.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna defeat that.
I think you're covered on that.
Yeah, because I called FWC once and like about the crocodile. Mm-hmm. Because I had a daughter on the way and we had 2 dogs who walked in that backyard.
Yeah.
They were like, it's unfortunate, but until it attempts to attack a dog or a human, we can't do anything about it. But as soon as it's showing I'm coming to attack or harm this pet or this person, then I mean, yeah, you got to defend your life.
Crocodiles are different. Crocodiles, they like the
They're
taste of salt, and
Yeah.
and humans have salt in them. Gators, when they get landlocked, like that one in Hollywood that ate that lady. Remember that one?
I've heard a
It was
few stories
It
of
was
them
a
attacking.
huge gator got landlocked, and then it was so they get hungry, and it went after the dog that the lady had. So it'll go after dogs. Or,
I think it was Davy.
It was
Yeah, I think
Davy.
Davy.
That's
It was one of the
different
parks.
hood. But it went after the dog. The lady tried to save the dog, and it took the lady. And then they found the lady inside the stomach of the gator, big, huge gator, landlocked. And then it got aggressive because it was like hungry.
Yeah.
So that's all. Whereas if it's in the Everglades, they'll just go hunt or whatever. So just saying, crocodiles are different. That's why they're so aggressive with
They're
all.
so savage.
Yeah,
They're so savage.
They're a lot more aggressive
They do
than
not play.
No, because
Yeah.
gators might bite you and be like bleh.
I've never had a crocodile run away from me. Gators run all the time.
Yeah,
15-footers still run from us.
unless they're nesting.
That's not the 15-footers. You're going to see the 7-foot female on there, which, yeah, she doesn't run.
Yeah.
But a 7-foot is not scary at all.
I saw one. This guy was wearing a GoPro and he came up on a nest and the gator started chasing on land.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Golf course stuff.
Yeah, they don't play on the nest for
So
sure.
I don't know what we were getting at. I forgot what we were getting at. Look, now we're like I've been on podcasts and
Well,
we had
no,
pauses.
yeah,
and
no.
now we got to pause. I'm like,
Yeah, I think it was like the whole trapping and capturing.
oh,
kind
have you
of
ever got?
topic we
Have you?
were
So,
on.
what do you think about that? I think if you guys are listening, I think he should be a trapper. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think he had a great marketing already started for him. Do it. Do it.
do it.
Do it. Now you could be like, yo, I work in a trap.
I don't. That's good.
I'm a trap king, son.
is
I'm a
good.
trap king.
Lucas always mentions it. I just never cared to do it.
What I find is this: you get the Justin. He's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the podcast. Let's go. We're 50-50. He could be your trap Justin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, trap Justin, you 50-50. You guys should go in together and you still continue to maneuver, and he's all about the trapping.
Like okay. The thing is that like I said before, I love fishing.
Yeah.
I'm always out fishing. It's just that while we're out fishing is when we see these iguanas and alligators.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where that happens. It's not like we start our day and we're like, let's go look for reptiles.
Yeah.
I hate herping.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's what herpetology is the
study of
reptiles. People are like, he got an STD from an alligator, and
yeah.
I was talking about herping.
which I would agree, it's a terrible name.
Yeah.
When people say like I'm a herper, it's like,
yeah.
you're a what?
Yeah. Say what? They
I need
make
to
cream.
watch my kids around
They
you.
make cream for that player.
But like we start our day like, what fish are we gonna catch? What fish are we gonna target?
Yeah.
That's what we just come across these things. While we're there, we're like, you see that 6-foot iguana? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I should catch
We're
it
not
right there."
catching anything. Let's go catch that
Yeah, that's what
iguana.
you're saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
That. So I don't want to start my days like, let's go find iguanas, because I know me. After a month of that, I'm be like, I'm very annoyed of these things. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Have you
And then you're dealing with customers too.
Yeah, but you're making that
Yeah.
making that green, son. While you capturing the green, you're making the green.
Yeah, but like what we'd make in 8 hours, we could just go do that in TikTok for an hour.
That's true. But you could
In
double
the- in
dip.
the kitchen.
You could double dip and do that, make money, and be on TikTok.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got to win. Winners win, baby. What was I gonna say? Oh, so when you growing up, did you ride your bike around a lot with your fishing pole?
Dude, I didn't get into fishing until 21.
Oh.
I never casted until 21.
Oh, so all right. So you
wish
got
I
the
did.
love. When I was little, bro, bucket, and we would try to catch minnows for a little bit of live bait or whatever we catch live bait, or we'd fish with worms or boom, and we would ride the bikes with my brother all day, hit different lakes.
I wish I was. I'd probably be, but then again, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have the daughter I have now, which I need her. So
Yeah,
I'm
that-
happy everything happened the way it did.
Did that ground you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I literally think before everything.
Yeah. It's like a parachute.
Yeah, before walking into Publix, I'm like, I have a daughter.
Yes.
Watch everything. If I'm at a gas station and feel uncomfortable, I'll get gas somewhere else. I'll get out of here.
Really?
Absolutely.
Are you like a klepto that you're just like, I just want to take everything?
No, it's like,
you're like, I'm walking into Publix, and what's going on in Publix I got to know about.
no, it's
You
just,
Crossing the street.
You got heat in
dangerous?
Publix, son?
I've had,
Hey, yo, we told you to shop at Winn-Dixie, son. What you doing in Publix? What you doing in Publix, sir? I told you.
I've had, I've been through shit.
Okay, all right.
So I'm just like, I'm a very alert and aware person.
And your outlook has changed a little bit?
500%.
Yeah.
500%.
That's good, man.
Yeah. I used to like fighting and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't mind saying I've never been a bad person. Fighting is kind of nature in a way, amongst humans, and you probably had a certain amount of sentences to say before it's like, okay, let's just handle it like men.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I don't like you. I'm just gonna walk that way.
This is right.
I don't want to be around you.
It both. I don't know. When you can get to that point, you're in a new level.
Yeah.
When you're on another level.
Yeah.
When you can get out of a fight and you just because it's like, I don't even care. Like, what am I gonna do?
It's not about being scared. It's about a reputation.
I don't need to prove
if you
anything.
didn't lay that one finger on me, trust me,
That's
we
a
could
different
dance.
story.
Exactly.
That's
That's
a
what I'm
different
saying.
story,
But if
but-
I can see we don't have to get to there,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you learn that as a police officer too, because you learn to just deal with it. When people are
of course.
yelling at you, calling you all kinds of names, is like,
The ego has to change.
yeah, because if you have that mentality, it's like, all right, it's go time, and then you're gonna lose your job, because you're gonna be fighting everybody that you meet because people are constantly telling you something or yelling at you and calling you names.
Absolutely.
Obviously, there's a threshold, and I think we need to. And just I'm not a chief, and I'm not saying everybody should do this. I'm not giving advice, but there is a threshold that if there's a line you cross as a human, that something has to be done where it can be done legally. If they put hands on you, that's illegal. You just broke the law.
Yeah.
And then you can put them in handcuffs. And it doesn't. You meet force with force, and we've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. I think I don't know in general, but some things I've seen, I'm like, that's way too long. That person should have been in jail in handcuffs. At least on the ground. In handcuffs because they're allowing too much as a human.
For sure.
Forget the
100%.
because they're scared of what's going to come, the repercussions that are going to come down the pipeline.
Yep.
But there's a point where it's like, hey man, I love you, pero you have to go to jail.
Yeah, no, yeah, entirely. And again, being a father, now I was just telling him, I'm like, you're in some of those neighborhoods where fishermen. Sometimes you fish in neighborhoods.
Yeah, you leave the line. That's what that thing. I got hit with a broom by a lady.
When
I wasn't a cop, but I'm just saying she
Yeah,
came up to me
yeah.
and hit me with a broom. An old lady hit me with a broom.
Get out of my neighborhood.
She literally hit me with the broom.
Yeah.
Because I was fishing on her backyard. But go ahead.
But now being a dad,
Yeah.
but if my daughter's 4 years old and I see two dudes walking by with fishing poles,
Yeah.
I see the fishing poles,
Yeah.
but I might also be like, my daughter's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I
You
gotta,
get it.
Yeah, like
It's crazy.
go away, fish, just not right there. Just
Yeah.
go fish over there. 'Cause I don't want to worry, think, be in fear for my daughter. So I get some of that. You know what I mean? And like you said, just as a human, not about any position or anything.
Yeah.
Just learning to be a human as a father.
Imagination Farms. They stock their lakes.
In Davie.
And I wasn't trying to say the name now because people are going to be goon. They stock their lakes. They stock their lakes.
Well,
They got
when
some
does this
lunkers. Yeah. I don't know.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, we got some
Good.
time.
We can get to it before this.
Yeah.
airs.
Yeah.
We already beat you guys to
They
it.
have some lunkers. You could put, the fist in the mouth, the largemouth. They stock their lakes with largemouth, but you will get trespassed.
I love those neighborhoods.
They will put a thumb on you, so you got to be in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple casts and you got to get out of
Yeah.
there.
Nah, neighborhoods like that, I'll know somebody or something, and then I'll like call them and be there, like guest and fish their backyard.
Imagine though, this was a long time ago. I'm talking when I used to ride bikes. So we rode to the lake, and then one time they called the police on us, and the guy's like, "Yeah, this is private property," and we weren't in anyone's yard. We were out on the roadside, but still, and it is trespassing. So
Yeah.
I'm not telling anyone to do it.
Yeah, 'cause
Don't
the
do it.
Homeowners
You will get
Association.
trespassed, and if you return, you will get arrested.
Yeah.
It's trespass after warning.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Or if you say F you too many times, back them after
Yeah.
they've told you, then it's
Yeah.
right there on site.
That's true too.
Yeah,
That's
it's
another
not,
thing.
it's not a matter about coming back.
Pro tip.
You get trespassed. They tell you you're trespassed. If you linger
Yeah.
any bit longer than is expected,
Pro tip.
goodbye.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
go to jail
Yeah,
too.
of
So it's
course.
not just don't come back tomorrow. It's don't come back right now.
Yeah.
Like, nope, you're still here. All right, you're back. Thanks. Bye.
There
Yeah.
is some reasonable expectation where if you have your gear and your chair and things, and you're not going to be like, you got to leave, and then expect you got to pack up and leave. But if you're standing there going back and forth and trading with the officer, at one point that time runs out, and it's like, okay, you're refusing to leave, even you had the trespass. This is private property. Sometimes no one do you guys have it in your city where basically there's a sign that gives us the authority to be a representative? Oh,
That's my program. Or
Yeah.
That's one of my
you're a
group's
representative
programs.
of that property, right? So the owner doesn't have to be there. I have the authority, or all people that are law enforcement that work for that city have the authority to tell you, hey, you can't be here, you can't fish here.
Because the owner has already signed an affidavit, the I'm going to press charges affidavit, and it's on file in our office, and then there's a list, an Excel spreadsheet that's in our dispatch that you just call over. Hey, are these guys on it? Yep. Okay. Owner already said they're good to go. Off we go.
So now, as when they show up, they say, "Hey, man, you can't fish here." Okay, you're telling me no one talked to me before. No, I haven't seen anybody. No one told me. I'm telling you now, you just can't be here. Okay, just get your things and just know that if you come back, you're gonna get arrested. No, man, because I want to tell you about this. Blah, 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 blah. No, you can't do that. Click. And it's like, it's like, I'm just, so if you could heed that warning out there, just don't, and once they tell you to go, thank you, sir. See you later.
When I see somebody approaching, I'm already putting my book bag on, ready to walk away.
Yeah.
You
Not
got
even
it.
a cop, just a resident. If
Yeah.
I see somebody, hey, how you doing? I was actually just leaving.
Yeah. We're just, you should bring a chemistry kit. Just testing to see how much algae is in here.
You
We're
know,
doing
sometimes we've wanted to say like, well, we actually work for the taxidermists. We're here doing a study.
There you go.
I've never pulled that card. It's just in my head. I feel like man,
just
that's so
fish in
fitting.
a lab coat, bro.
Yeah.
Fish in a
Yeah.
white lab coat. You have your little tackle
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, we're studying. This is research. We're actually scientists.
He said it again. He's a scientist. There it is. We got official. Stackz954. Doctor, thanks for coming on the show, doctor.
Nah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate
And
it.
I hope it's been real. Got to get 9 posts, brother.
Yeah,
Get
we
you
got
on
to
it.
get you 6 more posts today.
6 more posts to get you on the
Today.
show.
Cheers, boys.
Man, and we got to
Cheers,
have you
boys.
back on, bro.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely come back on. Then we can just kind of have like a list of the most action-packed shit that has happened. That we've
And
been through.
when you get your show, too.
Yeah,
We'll get back
absolutely.
on.
Yeah.
We're locking you in now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna
So it's
blow
already
up.
locked in. Yeah.
Just
They'll
like
be
Mr.
well,
Beast
if
over there.
Early adopters.
We're locking them in now.
Yeah.
Contractually, you guys agreed.
Yeah, well,
we'll
you
show the
did
tape.
say this, so we don't want to flow rider you for 83
Exactly.
million. So come back like you said.
Exactly.
No,
All right.
most
Awesome.
definitely.
All right. Well, we'll talk.
On that note, much love, y'all.
Calling all units. Donut Shop has a fresh dozen. Go ahead and take a 1040.